15 beginner and advanced tips for the current meta of Siege. Why should you listen to me? I used to play semi-pro and almost a champion in rank 3.0. Sub to my Twitch to get the Atheno charm, and like and subscribe if you're new around here. All right, my first tip is don't hold an angle the same way after you've made contact. So let's say if I'm holding this angle right here, right? And then let's say an Ash or whoever is peeking me, we exchange bullets, never hold it the same way. You should at least crouch, or you should just get off the angle for a bit and return into it another time. But if you just stay here holding it like this, you're just gonna get pre-fired. That's why when you're holding angles, you'll see a lot of pro players, they'll like crouch when they shoot and then they'll dip out of it because they're just trying to change the head level so they can avoid getting pre-fired. So if you ever come across someone on an angle, just change head level and pre-fire where you saw them last. Otherwise, if it's not a hard scope battle, it's just gonna be an AD peak like this. So learn how to do this and it'll be a lot better. Here's a rough example of how I would hold angles in the game. Down. Nice.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
What the? I wish I got those freebies.
Hey, bro, I need my KD boost, bro. Give me my KD boost.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Holy sheesh. DMR's OP, baby. Next up is the Shaiiko peak is officially dead. You don't need to do this motion anymore. Or let's say if it's on the right side, you don't need to do this anymore. This still works, but it's more efficient and easier if you just AD peak like this. You can change head level. Just be careful that your arm is not too exposed. And then we're actually back up into the angle like this. Now, this is great news for my buddies in CS and Valorant, as all they really need to do is just this peak. And here's a small example of how I'd use it in game. Oh, that's two of them. Let's pop the gas pipe and then force them to move in here.
Down to 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. User in place. One Op 4 remaining.
I'm gonna go all the other way. Nice, guys. Good stuff, good stuff. One thing you can do to drastically change how you win a round is picking the right operator to ban. For example, if we're on coastline and we're going penthouse theater, we'll ban the Maverick, so this way we can hold on to a power position, which is VIP, to keep this wall closed. We would bring Bandit or Cade, some sort of wall denial, and then 2 Brow to close off the wall. This forces the enemy to play a lot more methodical, and obviously forcing a team to play better is always going to be the best route. And now that we can keep this wall closed the best we can, it will help us defend the rest of the bomb site a lot better. So here are some examples of what bans you can use in your games. Obviously, if you're going to a bomb site that requires a closed off wall like IT on Night Haven top floor, you can ban the Maverick. But let's say you're in lower ranks and Maverick is a lot harder to use, you can actually just substitute this with Thatcher. Or let's say we're on border and we don't want to get roam cleared and deal with Deimos, we can get rid of the Deimos. Or let's say the other team has a really annoying Monty player and it makes your whole defense stressful, ban the Monty. Being very intentional with your bans and not just who was in the kill cam last round will definitely improve your odds of winning. Even then, a lot of players will still ban operators like Mira when usually she's not even that strong on a certain site. So make sure you're actually using your brain and tell your team to stop following everyone who's picking one thing.
Bad Mav
Yeah,
and
Mav,
theater.
go theater, yeah. That's whatever, bro. Force them to play.
It doesn't matter,
bro.
yeah.
They're forcing them to play that shit.
Flashing on you.
I just got flashed, double flashed.
I'm watching base walk up right now.
Care white, care white.
Big window dead. Big window dead.
That's white. He
Okay,
walked in,
one's VIP hall.
Wall made open.
Fuser down.
He's sprinted 90.
This guy's 90.
I know. 90. He sprinted.
The fuck?
1 HP, 90.
Got him.
Left side Hall of Fame. VIP's open left side.
Yo, top white.
Yo, hall, 1 HP breach. VIP breach, 1 HP. You can run out on him.
Op 4
Nice,
last
chill.
op.
He's 1 HP breach.
Last guy has the fucking thingy, bro. Just chill.
Yeah.
Nice, good shit, good shit.
Bro.
Another tip for holding angles is hold an angle on the first point of contact while also keeping a distance from your nearest point of cover. What I mean by this is the first point of contact obviously is someone walking through the red door right here, right? So I'm going to be closing off the angle really tight with this piece of cover. Now, if I did this too close like this, from their perspective, at least half my body is going to be showing, and it's be a lot easier to flick to me. That's why it's generally better to keep a pretty good distance away from your angle, so this way, the further I walk away, the more my body will fade into the angle. Although this means it's going to be a lot harder to land a shot, but you're not going to be shooting more than like 3 bullets on this angle before dipping out. Now, use this method with literally anywhere on the map. Let's say first point of contact on this breach. You know, I'm not going to hold super close like this, but I'll hold this a little bit further back. Now, let's say if it's a wide open angle, for example, if it's walking up white, there's obviously no tight angle to use. I wouldn't hold it so close like here, but I would back up just a little bit more. This way it kind of gets my body a little bit less exposed. Long story short, just keep your distance on angles. Here's an example of what angle holding looks like. You think you're slick, buddy? Think you're slick?
You have dropped the diffuser.
Aim head level.
The diffuser has been secured.
Nice spot, buddy. It's not gonna work on me though. I just heard that guy trying to walk up. But as you guys can see, like, I'm really just keeping my gun up at all times. I think like another thing coppers do is like they'll just sprint a lot. They'll like panic. Play like a bot. I like just stay gun up. Just like play super simple, and you'll get a lot more kills than you realize. When droning, you don't need to fully let the person know that they've been droned out. Instead, you should use it like a real person. Hide behind an angle with your drone a little bit, and then use the Z-ping in a tight, fast call out for your team. Even something as small as just moving your drone around will cause noise and let them know. So it's good to have fast droning, but it's good to know when to stop and just Z-ping. The only time you should be using a scan is if someone's about to wallbang them, or if you want to stress them out, but this is very rare when you're using a drone. It needs to be the last like 15 seconds left of the round. So I think we'll go in from the opposite side. If you guys don't know where to go in for the building from, look at where the bomb site is and just think about either you're gonna hit above it, below it, or like the opposite side. But you never want to attack a bomb site head on, because like what are coppers gonna do inside the site? They're just going to literally aim at the first thing that gets shot down. I'm just making sure, you know, because coppers tend to sit in random spots. I'm trying to listen for some sound cues, some footsteps. Oh, so we saw that castle. Castle knows I'm over here.
RED active. It runs on batteries.
You have located a bomb.
I'm not gonna move my drone. He's not looking. We're gonna take that space. That was bad aim for me. Castle was here. We're gonna jiggle peek.
You must recover the diffuser.
Where's Castle at? We're gonna walk that space, actually. He's not looking.
The diffuser has been recovered. You have dropped the diffuser.
I don't know where this is
Friendly
at.
operator remaining.
I'm gonna block this entry off.
One on 4 remaining.
I pre-fired. Got out of the way fast. Ate a drone. I'm basically just trying to not get crossfired and shot in the back. I see him. He's in this corner. Oh, what? Oh, that guy just dodged all my bullets, bro. Wow. Hey, he committed to the swing. That guy committed, bro. And that got him the kill. But that's what you should be doing, though. You should be doing that. The next tip I have for you guys is to refrag your teammates more. Now, you don't have to be in a full team to do this. You can even do this in solo queue. Refragging basically means you're just taking away one of their players for taking one of yours. That's why when you have a 5v4 or man advantage, you tend to want to stay back because you're holding on to the advantage. Now, when your teammate dies, that should send a bit of urgency to you to go kill the person who killed your teammate. And this often will boost your kills because you're just getting free information where they are. You're fresh off a gunfight, and you can just easily capitalize on them. However, I wouldn't chase them longer than like 5 to 10 seconds because at that point, you're just being too aggressive. And if you don't get their kill, at least find some way for someone to fill the position if possible. And I would only fill the position only if they're holding a power position. Otherwise, it's not worth dying over because at the end of the day, you can't control how your teammates do. So here are some examples of me refragging the right way. That's the dog be dead. Got the refrag of my teammate because she just got freshly out of a gunfight with my other one. I hear him on the same door. That was just really unfortunate vert. My character unfortunately cannot look down that far. Again, you guys see the vertical gameplay was just very strong against them because they're not contesting much of it upstairs. My next tip for you guys is no matter if you're new or a veteran coming back, stop using Wack loadouts. If you're on PC, you want to go for the best recoil. Go ACOG, flash hider, vertical grip. Laser is optional if you hold a lot of angles. I would not recommend using it. If you like faster aim down sights time, then go ahead, use it. You've got to learn how to tuck your laser off a doorway. Now, if you're console, I understand you can use horizontal grip and extended barrel because you guys have a lot less recoil. So console players, you get an exception. But if you're like under the rank of like platinum and you can barely even control recoil using your extended barrel, like angle grip, for some reason, I would highly advise you to keep good recoil until you hit a higher rank. Then when you're a higher rank, you can decide to use your Wack loadouts. But at the end of the day, take it with a grain of salt. You can play the game however you want. But if you want to get better at this game, I highly advise you listen to me. I'm trying to get a free wall bang here. Hold up. That's why you always try it. You never know unless you try. Let's get rid of any kind of traps we got here. Like a thorn trap probably is what's gonna kill us here. Oh, he's right under me. Buy a lottery ticket? Nah, gee, that's a skill. Oh, he's right under the skylight. Do coppers know how to pre-fire this, you think? Or he's like right under that. I'm not just gonna repel in the window, honestly. Let's bait it. Let's bait it here. I would drop on this guy. I could just go bathroom side. I'm literally about to just go bathroom. There's any thorn trap here, though. There's no thorn traps gonna hop in on this guy.
Located a bomb.
Walk in, take space. Nope, he's not close. It's okay, let's just play on the window. Boom. And hop out immediately. Hopping out gives you the best post plant because you're on a window. And it's a lot harder to shoot you on a window. My next tip is contest the main entrance points when you're on defense early in the round. About 80% of the time, if you're a roamer or an anchor, you're most likely going to be off site for a first little bit. So in general, I would spend the first half of your round shooting drones and maybe getting your first kill outside of the site. Then the last half of the round, I would just gravitate closer to the site depending on the information and situation. And it's as simple as it sounds. If you hear a sound, just go closer to it and contest it. Obviously, you know if it's a bad gunfight and just play your life smart. Here's an example of me doing it in game. Holy Great Wall of China, bro.
Reloading.
Can we get an F in the chat for that guy? All right, it seems a lot of them are pushing main side, so we're gonna go rotate. Target by Damos. It's all good. I'm vigil. What the fuck is that guy doing? What? Where are they coming from? I feel like one. Oh, he's on aquarium side. Watch this, guys. This is how a pro kills.
1 op 4 remaining.
Listen. I was being aggressive on that guy, bruh.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission
I was just playing with my food right there. I let him take my HP. It was intentional. My next piece of advice is learn when to play solo versus for the team. What I mean by this, let's say your team's having a rough time, or even if you're just solo queue and no one's helping you. Running thermite to go for the wall when you have to rely on a random going Thatcher or something else is really going to be a hindrance. So I would stray away from support operators and go for more self-efficient ones. This could be like information like Snake, Deimos, Dokubi. For soft destruction, if you need something open, Ash, Zofia, Buck, Ram. So instead of me being stranded and master, I can go armory. I can open up trophy wall for the team, so that way, like mid-round, we can like retake attic. And overall, man, just go for lurks, go kill the roamer downstairs, try to find a way to like walk into sight. It's really as simple as just using your own information. Although it's good to be a team player, but you should also know how to be self-efficient at times. So you now have permission from me to Ash rush the site if you want, or go roam hunt someone downstairs. Because we're at a point in Siege where kills almost means more than the objective. I'm sure everyone in solo queue would rather have an Ash killing 2 people each round than a thermite opening the wall but not doing anything. And overall, this will make it so your teammates are a lot easier to work with you and open up the round for them.
I'm flanking him.
He's right here, Ambi.
Yeah, free. Ambi going free too.
Skylight! What the? Complete Spider-Man! I'm walking up, barista. Make noise. That's it. Holy aim. I down warden.
guy's literally cheating, bro. No way.
These guys are like unaligned.
He's in aqua.
Last one's the TCSG god.
Oh my God.
TCSG go.
Up. Plant,
He
Eddie.
hopped into lobby door this side, left door, it's like he's in lobby now, in lobby.
Holy. We did it!
When you're using a shotgun, I would highly recommend you just use them when you're moving. So this way you can get peeker's advantage. Let's say someone is walking to me and I hear a close sound cue. I want to be the one moving, so this way I can see them faster. This applies to every gun in the game too, because you always want the peeker's advantage when you're first peeking. So let's say I'm holding an angle like this, right? 5 seconds left of the round. This is okay because I have a shotgun, but they're going to get peeker's advantage of me and pre-fire me around the corner. So instead, I want to be the one first moving, so this way I get the jump on the enemy. Even if I'm in a small corner like this, just move a little bit like this. Editor, cut that out. I don't know why I have headshot only for shotguns, but let's just pretend like I landed that shot. Anyways, here's an example of this happening in game. Peeker's advantage. Nice. So I saw that IQ close on me, and with Lion outside, I was like, I can just take the one with the shotgun, and then with Lion swinging into me, I always want to be the one moving with the shotgun. You need to stop throwing rounds by throwing your body and not playing with your teammate. Although you can't do this all the time, if you have time to set up with a teammate, it's literally a 99% win rate. For example, if this is my teammate, and even if he's not communicating with me, I can also just position myself correctly. So let's say the enemy is last coming this hall. If it's a 2v1, he can't shoot at 2 different directions at once. So if I make this guy have the first contact, let's say he's gonna plan to take the gunfight about right here, right? Then I'm gonna stay here fully behind cover, and when I hear bullets exchange, I'm just gonna swing out and shoot the enemy in the back. Learning how to do this anywhere on the map is gonna make you a lot better of a player and lose a lot less thrown rounds. Let me show you an example of this actually happening in a game.
Help me swing. Help me swing.
Yeah, I'm watching the walk up. He hasn't walked up yet.
Walking up.
I'm watching it. He's hit.
Mattress.
I got him.
Dead.
Yo, Satex, chill, yeah.
Area where the rotate is.
You want backup, Satex? You can back up. Here, actually, I'm gonna go play the hallway. I'll play after contact. Make him swing close in the hall. On your door.
He's hallway. Show. Don't spawn.
She's being suppressed.
In.
One friendly operator remaining.
Nice, good shit,
Halfway through the round, you should be asking yourself, what is our gap? Now, you can do this on attack and defense. On attack, you know, maybe it's like a certain room's not being taken, or maybe let's say they are holding somewhere with a shield and you need to clear them, or even if a flank is not covered. On defense, it would be as simple as, you know, we all have those times where we're just kind of holding an angle, nothing's happening, and we're kind of waiting for the last push. The last thing you want to happen is get shot in the back of somewhere that could have been easily been watched. So let's say I'm right here, minute 30 left of the round. Oh, what's our gap right now? Oh, no one's watching yellow. This way, you know, a trap can help, or maybe even someone is playing close by for the, you know, contact. You can use this tactic in your own thoughts, in a stack, or wherever it may be. It's just the positioning of your, you know, where your attention is being put. This way you're constantly covering holes in your defense or attack. Now here's an example of me realizing this, which eventually led to me working with my teammate to work on a gap. Let's just keep an eye on our gaps behind us. Who's close? That guy, I heard a sound cue, he was close, bro. The correct way to place a trap down or any kind of utility that leads off a sound cue or to stop the enemy always needs to be the furthest point of contact, which should be at the bottom of a staircase. If it's at the top, let's say if I'm playing here, right? By the time this goes off, they're gonna shoot me in the back. But we don't want to give them a lot of map control, so we're gonna put it at the very bottom and let it get destroyed. The same thing with any kind of thorn mine or ela mine. The trap should give us about 2 seconds of reaction time, so this way we have time to look at it. I see even people playing Malusi all the time putting the trap all the way over here, but what's the good of it if they can get this close to the site? So have the mentality of always putting the trap further away to give yourself more room to breathe. Now here's an example of me putting traps down the correct way.
Wait, is this set to play? I've never played this side.
You just reinforce the outside wall.
Do we make a rotate inside?
Yeah.
Robot.
Op 4 left.
Damos walked in top library, and they're on the library windows.
Got, like...
Hit a trap hunting. Low HP. Yeah, I downed him. I did down him. He's getting rezzed.
He did.
It's fine. Let him get rezzed. You have clock cam. Hit another captain trap. They should be 1 HP. Literally one shot. Going clock.
One's on your clock.
Damos 1 HP. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. You know where last is,
standing.
chill. She got case.
5 seconds remaining.
There's a rotate on the right side. I think he's planting.
To your right, I think to your right, to your right. Nice, good
Nice,
shit.
Angel.
Good shit, good shit.
Located.
Bro, the Capkins, bro. OP. I think it hit 3 Capkin traps that round. Why are pro players always shooting at windows? Are they schizo or are they smart? No, what they're doing is simply breaking the sound cue so they can hear on the other side. About 50% of the maps have glass, so if they do, you want to just break it without shooting a hole in the barricade. So this takes about generally 4 to 5 bullets of any gun. Avoid this with high caliber guns like Deagles and DMRs. Instead, go with an SMG and just shoot in a like round fashion, so this way you can hear the glass break. The last thing you want to happen is even though you hear the rappel, by the time they rappel upside down, they're already able to see you. So here's an example of how I would do it in a real game. Yeah, so this one I would just redo it. Boop. If you already do this, then like and sub. Recoil is the most important thing for your aim than people realize, so let's go to a shooting range and see which way it goes up. So I'm going to be looking bottom right. So SMG 12. Top right or top left, so we'll look bottom right. Your recoil shouldn't be looking like this when you control it. It should be looking more like this, tight and precise in a few bullets. So make sure you have your advanced ADS customized to you. So we're going to go to options, controls, mouse ADS sensitivity, or just advanced if you're on a controller, and then put it on advanced and make sure that these are to what your liking is. If your recoil is like harder to control, if it was like a workout, then you might want a higher sensitivity so there's a lot more resistance. Then if you're using a 1x scope like the SMG 12, then you can try out the recoil. If you feel like it's a workout to control it, you might want to higher it. If you feel like you're like looking down and jittering a lot, you might want to lower it. This does take practice, so find a sweet spot so you can control recoil pretty good. Those were my 15 tips for beginner and advanced. Like and sub, and if you're interested in coaching, check out the link below. Use code Athena for 10% off your gamer subs, and I'll see you in the next one.